by William Shakespeare, freely adapted by us at Takapuna Grammar. Act 1, Scene 1. The seacoast of Olivia. A storm rages and a ship struggles in the waves.
Friends, is this?
This is Illyria, lady.
And what should I do in Illyria? My brother, he is in Elysium. Perchance he is not drowned. What think you, sailors?
It is perchance that you yourself are saved.
Oh, my poor brother. So perchance may he be.
True, madam, and to comfort you with a chance, assure yourself, after our ship did split, when you and us poor number were saved with you, hung in our dragon boat, we saw your brother, most provident in peril, bind himself, courage and hope both teach upon the bright, to a strong mass that lives upon the wave. We're like Arion on the dolphin's back, I soon hold acquaintance with the waves. So long as I can see.
Oh, for saying so, dear gold. Knowest thou this country?
Aye, madam, well. Charles Bedingbourne not 3 hours travel from this very place.
Who governs here?
A noble duke, in nature as in name.
What is the name?
Orsino.
Oh, Orsino! I have heard my father name him. He was a bachelor then.
And so is now. Was so very late. For about a month ago I went from hence and went to his fresh in armor.
As you know what great ones do the most for kernel of, that he would seek the love of fair Olivia.
What's she?
A virtuous maid, the daughter of a count, who died some 12 months, since leaving the protection of his son, her brother, who shortly also died. For whose dear love, they say, she hath endured the country inside of men.
I'll serve this duke. Thou shalt present me as a eunuch to him. What else may hap to time I will commit. Only shape thou thy silence to my wit.
Act 1, Scene 2. The court of Count Orsino. Present, Orsino, Curio, and Valentine, his matey servants. If music be the food of love.
If music be the food of love, play on, give me excess of it, that surfeiting the appetite may sicken, and so die. O spirit of love, thy capacity receiveth as the sea, naught enters there but falls into abatement and low price.
Will you go hunt, my lord?
What, Curio?
The hart.
Why, so I do, the noblest that I have. Oh, when mine eyes did see Olivia first, methought she purged the air of pestilence.
So please, my lord, I might not be admitted. She will veiled walk, and water once a day her chamber round, with eye offending brine. All this to season a brother's dead love, she would keep fresh and lasting in her side remembrance.
She that hath a heart of that fine frame, to pay this debt of love but to a brother, how will she love me? Away before me to sweet beds of flowers, love thoughts lie rich when canopied with bowers.
Act 1, Scene 3. Olivia's house. Enter Sir Toby Belch, Maria with Maddie and Sadie, then Sir Andrew Agucheek.
What a plague, my niece, to take the death of her brothers thus. I am sure care's an enemy to life.
By my troth, Sir Toby, you must come in earlier o' night, that quaffing and drinking will undo you. And of a foolish knight that you have borne one night here to be her wooer.
Who? Sir Andrew Aguecheek?
Aye, he.
Why, he has 3,000 ducats a year.
Aye, he's a very fool and a prodigal.
Fine, that you say so. He speaks 3 or 4 languages, word for word without book, and hath all the good gifts of nature.
Besides that he's a fool, he is a great quarreler.
And hath the gift of a coward to delay the gust he hath in quarreling.
'Tis thought he would quickly have the gift of grave.
By this hand, they are scoundrels that subtract this that speak so of him. Who are they?
They that add, moreover, he is drunk nightly in your company.
With drinking house to my niece, I'll drink to her as long as there is a passage in my throat, and drink in Ilaria. What wench! Here comes Sir Andrew Agueface.
Sir Toby Belch, how now, Sir Toby Belch?
The sweet Sir Andrew.
Bless you, fair shrew.
And you too, sir.
Accost, Sir Andrew, accost.
What's that?
My niece's chambermaid.
Good mistress Accost, I desire better acquaintance.
My name is Mary, sir.
Good mistress Mary Accost.
You mistake, knight. Accost if found her, board her, woo her, assail her.
By my troth, I'll not undertake her in this company. Is that the meaning of accost? Fair lady, do you think we have fools in hand?
I have not you by the hand.
Marry, but you shall have. And here's my hand.
Aye, sir, I dare not pick up the fool.
Oh, knight, why do I see thee so put down?
Sometimes methinks I have no more wit than a Christian or an ordinary man has. But I am a great eater of beef, and I believe that does great harm to my wit.
No question.
Faith, I'll home tomorrow, Sir Toby. Your niece shall not be seen. And if she be, it's 4 to 1 that she'll none of me. The Count himself here hard by woos her.
She'll not of the Count. She'll not match above her degree. Tut, there's life in it, man.
I'll stay a month longer. Shall we set about some revels?
What shall we do? Were we not born unto Taurus? Let me feed thee capers. Ha! Higher! Ha! Ha! Excellent!
Act 1, Scene 4. Back on Orsino's palace. Enter Viola, then Valentine. Viola disguised as a boy. Cesario. Everyone now thinks Viola is the boy. Cesario.
If the Duke continue these favours towards you, Cesario, you are like to be much advanced. He hath known you but 3 days, and already you are no stranger.
Is he inconstant, sir, in his favours?
No, believe me.
I thank you. Oh, here comes the cow.
Who saw Cesario? Ho,
On your attendance, my lord. Here.
stand you a while aloof. Cesario, thou knowest no less but all I have unclasped to thee the book even of my secret soul. Therefore, good youth, address thy gate unto her. Be not denied access. Stand at her doors and tell them, there thy fixed foot shall grow till thou hast audience.
Say I do speak with her, my lord. What then?
Oh, then unfold the passion of my love. Surprise her with discourse of my dear faith. She will attend it better in thy youth.
I think not so, my lord.
Dear lad, believe it, for they shall yet belie thy happy ears that say thou art a man. Diana's lip is not more smooth and rubious.
Thy small pipe is as the maiden's organ, shrill and sound.
And all is semblance of a woman's part. Prosper well in this, and thou shalt live as freely as thy lord, to call his fortunes thine.
I'll do my best to woo your lady. Oh, but yet a powerful strife where I were myself would be his wife.
Act 1, Scene 5. Back to Olivia's house. Enter Festy, the clown. Then Mariah. And then Olivia with servants Maddie and Sadie, Malvolio the steward. And then again Sir Toby. And then Viola disguised as Cesario, the count serving man. You'll get it eventually.
Nay, my lady will hang thee for thy absence.
Let her hang me, for I'd be well hung.
Yet you will be hung for being so long absent, or to be turned away. Is that not as good as a hanging to you?
Many a good hanging prevents a bad marriage.
Peace, you rogue! No more of that!
If Sir Toby would leave drinking, thou wert as witty a piece of Eve's flesh as any in Illyria.
My lady comes. Make your excuse wisely.
Wit.
You are best.
Wit, and be thy will. Put me into good fooling. Better a witty fool than a foolish wit. God bless thee, lady. Take the fool away. Do you not hear, fellows? Take away the lady.
Go to. You are a dry fool. I'll know more of you. Besides, you grow dishonest.
2 faults, Madonna, that drink and good counsel will amend. Forgive the dry fool a drink, and is the fool not dry? The lady bade take away the fool, therefore again I say, take her away.
Sir, I bade them take away you.
Good Madonna, give me leave to prove you a fool.
Can you do it?
Good Madonna, why mournest thou?
Why, good fool? For my brother's death.
I think his soul is in hell, Madonna.
I know his soul is in heaven, fool!
All the more fool, Madonna, to mourn for your brother's soul being in heaven. Take away the fool, gentlemen.
What think you of this fool, Malvolio? Doth he not mend?
I marvel your ladyship takes delight in such a barren rascal. I saw him put down the other day with an ordinary fool that hath no more brains than a stone. Look you now, he's out of his guard already, lest you laugh and minister occasion to him. He is gagged.
Oh, you are sick of self-love, Malvolio, and taste with a distempered appetite. There is no slander in an allowed fool.
Good Madonna, thou speakest well of fools.
Madam, there is at the gate a young gentleman much desire to speak with you.
Oh, is it from the Count Orsino?
I know not, madam. 'Tis a fair young man and well attended.
Who of my people hold him in delay?
Sir Toby, madam, your kinsman.
Oh, fetch him off, I pray you. He speaks nothing but madman. Fie on him! Go you, Malvolio. If he be a suit from the Count, I'm sick or not at home. What you will to dismiss it.
Madam, I will.
Now you see, sir, how your fooling grows old and people dislike it.
Old people do.
Oh, by my honour, half drunk. What is he at the gate, cousin?
A gentleman? How now, sot?
Good Sir Toby!
I marry. What is he?
Let him be the devil, and he will. I care not. Give me faith, say I. Well, it's all one.
What is a drunken man like, fool?
Like a drowned man, a fool, and a madman. When draught above heat makes him a fool, the second mads him, and the third drowns him.
He is drowned. Go, look after him.
He is but mad yet, Madonna, and the fool looks to the madman.
Madam, yond young fellow swears he will speak with you. I told him you were sick, and he takes it on himself to understand so much, and therefore comes to speak with you. I told him you were asleep, and he seems to have a foreknowledge of that too, and therefore comes to speak with you. What is to be said to him, madam? He's fortified against any denial.
What manner of man?
A very ill manner. He'll he'll speak with you, will you or no?
And of what personage and years is he?
Not yet old enough to be a man, yet not young enough for a boy. One would say his mother's milk were scarce out of him.
Well, let him approach. Call in my gentlewoman.
Gentlewomen, my lady calls.
Come, give me my veil. Throw it over my face. We shall once more hear Orsino's embassy.
The honourable lady of the house, which is she?
Speak to me, I shall answer for her. Your will?
Most radiant, exquisite, unmatchable beauty! I pray you, tell me if this be the lady of the house, for I never saw her.
Whence came you, sir?
I can say little more than I have studied, and that question's out of my part. Good, gentle one, give me modest assurance if you be the lady of the house, that I may proceed in my speech.
Are you a comedian?
No, my profound heart, and by the very fangs and malice, I swear, I am not that I play. Are you the lady of the house?
If I do not usurp myself, I am.
Most certain if you are she, you do usurp yourself. For what is yours to bestow is not yours to reserve. But this is from my commission. I will on with my speech in your praise.
Come to what's important. I forgive you the praise.
Alas, I took great pains to study it, and 'tis poetical.
'Tis the more the like to be feigned. I pray you, keep it in. I heard you were saucy at my gates, and allowed your approach rather to wonder at you than to hear you.
Will you hoist sail, sir? Here lies your way.
No, good swabber, I am to hold here a little longer.
Speak your office.
It alone concerns your ear. What I am and what I would are secret as maidenhead. To your ears, divinity. To any others, profanation.
Give us the place alone, and we shall hear this divinity. Now, sir, where lies your text?
In Orsino's bosom.
In his bosom? In what chapter of his bosom?
To answer by the method in the first of his heart.
Oh, I have read it. 'Tis heresy. Have you no more to say?
Good madam, let me see your face.
Look you, sir, such a one was I this present. 'Tis not well done.
Excellently done, if God did all.
'Tis in grain, sir, 'twill endure wind and weather.
Lady, you are the cruelest alive if you to lead these graces to the grave and leave the world no coffee.
Oh, sir, I will not be so hard-hearted. I shall give out divers schedules of my beauty. As item, 2 lips, indifferent red. Item, 2 grey eyes with lids to them. Item, 1 neck, 1 chin, and so forth. Were you sent hither to praise me?
I see what you are. You are too proud. But if you were the devil, you are fair. My lord and master loves you.
How does he love me?
With adorations, with fertile tears, with groans that thunder love, and with sighs of fire.
Your lord knows my mind. I cannot love him. Though, I suppose him virtuous, know him noble, free, learned, and valiant, and in dimension, and the shape of nature, a courageous person, and yet I cannot love him. He might have took his answer long ago.
If I did love you and my master's flame with such a suffering, such a deadly life, in your denial I would find no sense. I would not understand it.
Why? What would you?
Make me a willow cabin at your gate, call upon my soul within the house. Halloo your name to the reverberant hills and make the babbling gossip of air cry out, Olivia! Oh, you should not rest between the elements of air and earth, but you should pity me.
Oh, you might do much. What is your parentage?
Above my fortunes at my state as well, I am a gentleman.
Get you to your lord. I cannot love him, let him send no more. Unless, perchance, you come to me again to, tell me how he takes it. Spend this for me.
I am no fee post, lady. Keep your purse. My master, not myself, lacks recompense. Love make his heart a flint that you shall love, and let your fervor, like my master's be, placed in contempt. Farewell, fair cruelty.
What is your parentage? Above my fortunes, yet my state as well. I am a gentleman. Oh, I'll be sworn thou art. Soft, soft. Even as so quickly as one might catch the plague, methinks I feel this youth's perfections with an invisible and subtle stealth to creep in at mine eyes. Well, let us be. Oh, what ho! Malvolio!
Here, madam, at your service.
Run after that same peevish messenger, the county's man. He left this, ring behind him.
Oh.
Would I or not tell him I'll none of it? And if that the youth will come this way tomorrow, I'll give him my reasons for it. Hide thee, Malvolio.
Madam, I will.
Fate, show thy force. Ourselves we do not owe. What is decreed must be, and be this so.
Now we enter Act 2. Things are heating up. The seacoast of Olivia. Enter Antonia and Sebastian.
Will you stay no longer? Nor will you not that I go with you?
By your patience now, my stars shine darkly over me. The malignancy of my fate might perhaps distemper yours. It were a bad recompense for your love to lay it on you.
Let me yet know of you. Whither are you bound?
You must know me then, Antonia. My name is Sebastian, whom I called Rodrigo. My father was that Sebastian of Mezzalene, whom I know you have heard of. He left behind him myself and a sister, both born in an hour. If the heavens had been pleased, would we had so ended. But some hour before you took me from the breach of the sea, was my sister drowned.
Alas, the day.
A lady, madam, though it was said she much resembled me, was yet of many accounted beautiful. She bore a mind that envy could not but call fair.
If you will not murder me for my love, let me be your servant.
Fare ye well at once. My bosom is full of kindness. I am bound to the Count Orsino's court. Farewell.
I have many enemies in Orsino's court, else I would very shortly see thee there. But, come what may, I adore thee so, that danger shall seem sport, and I will go.
One moment. Were not you even now with the Countess Olivia?
Even now, sir.
She returns this ring to you, sir, and adds, moreover, that you should put your lord into desperate assurance that she will none of him. And one more thing, that you should never be so hardy as to come into her affairs again, lest it be to tell my lady of your lord's taking of this.
She took the ring of me, I'll none of it.
Come, sir, you peevishly threw it at her, and her will is that it be so returned. Oops. If it be worth stooping for, there it lies in your eye. Otherwise, be it his that finds it. God damn it! Off with the ring, young lad. What are you looking at?
I left a ring with her. What means this lady? Fortune and my outside have not charmed her. She loves me! Sure! The cunning of her passion invites me and this churlish messenger. I am the man. Ooh, if it be so as 'tis poor lady would better love a dream. Alas, our frailty is the cause, not we, for such as we made of, such we be. How will this fadge? My master loves her dearly, and I, poor monster, seems to fond as much on him, and she, mistaken, seems to dote on me. Oh, time! Thou shalt untangle this, not I. It is too hard a knot for me to untie.
Approach, Sir Andrew. Not to be abed after midnight is to be up betimes.
Nay, my troth, I know not, but I know that to be up late is to be up late.
A false conclusion. To go to bed after midnight is to go to bed betimes. Does not our lives consist of the four elements?
Faith, so they say, but I think it rather consists of eating and drinking.
Thou art a scholar. Let us therefore eat and drink. Maria, I say, a stoup of wine.
How now, my hearts? Did you ever see the picture of we three?
Welcome, ass. Now let's have a catch.
Most certain, and let your catch be thou knave.
I shall be constrained into call thee knave, knight.
'Tis not the first time I've constrained one to call me knave. Begin, fool. It begins, hold thy peace.
I shall never begin if I hold my peace.
Haha, good, good. Come, begin. Hold thy peace.
Hold thy peace. Hold thy peace. And really hold the peace.
Hold thy peace. Hold thy peace. Hold thy peace. And I really hold the peace. Hold thy peace. Hold thy peace. Hold thy peace. And I really hold the peace. Hold thy peace.
What kind of warrant you came here? If my lady had not called up her steward Malvolio and bid you turn out of doors, never trust me!
Am I not of her blood? Tilly Valley, lady.
For the love of God, peace!
My masters, are you mad? Or what are you? Is there no respect for place, time, or persons in you?
We did keep time, sir, in our catches. Snack up.
Good, Sir Toby. I must be round with you. Though my lady harbours you as her kinsman, she is nothing allied to your devices, and is very willing to bid you farewell.
I'm just a poor boy, nobody loves me.
He's just a poor boy from a poor family. Spare him his life from this monstrosity.
Easy come, easy go, will you let me go?
Bismillah, no, we will not let you go.
Let him go.
Bismillah,
We will not let you go.
Let him go.
Bismillah, we will not let you go.
Let him
We
go.
will not let you go.
Let him go.
We will not let you go.
Let him go.
We will not let you go.
No, 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 no.
Mamma mia, mamma mia, mamma mia, let me go.
Beelzebub, and the devil put aside for me, for me, for me.
Even so!
Not any more than a steward. Dost thou think, because thou art virtuous, there shall be no more cake and ale? A stoup of wine, Maria.
Good Mistress Mary, if you prized my lady's favour in anything more than contempt, you would not abide this uncivil rule. She shall know of it by this hand.
Shake your ears!
For as good a deed as to challenge him in the field and then break promise with him and make a fool of him.
Do it, knight. I'll write thee a challenge, or I'll deliver thy indignation by word of mouth.
Be patient for tonight, Sir Toby. Since the use of the lady was today with thy lady, she's much out of quiet. For Monsieur Malvolio, let me alone with him.
Oh, possess us. Tell us something about him.
Marry, sir. Sometimes he's a kind of Puritan.
The devil a Puritan that he is. If anything, constantly. But a time pleaser. An infected ass. The best persuaded of himself. So crammed as she thinks with excellencies, that it is his ground of faith that all who look on him love him.
And on that vice in him will my revenge find notable cause of work.
What wilt thou do?
I will drop in his way some obscure epistles of love, wherein by the manner of his gait, expression in his forehead, eyes, and complexion, he shall find himself most feelingly personated.
You can write very much like my lady, your niece.
On a forgotten matter, we can hardly make distinction of our hands.
Excellent! I smell a device!
I have it in my nose too.
He shall think, by the letter that thou wilt drop, that it comes from my niece, and that she is in love with him.
Sport royal, I warrant you, my physique will work well with him. I will plant you two, and you two too, where he shall find the letter. Observe his construction of it. For tonight, to bed and dream of the event. Farewell.
She's a beagle, a true bred that adores me. Let's to bed, knight. Thou hast needs sent for more money.
If I cannot recover your niece, I am a foul way out.
Send for more money, knight. If thou hast her not in the end, call me cut. It's too late to go to bed now. Come, knight.
Act 2, Scene 4. Orsino's palace. Usual cast and clown sings that old favorite, "Come away, Death," which basically means, "Let's get it on, Death."
Give me some music. Now, good morrow, friends. Now, good Cesario, but that piece of song we had last night.
He is not here, so please your lordship that should sing it.
Who was it?
This day the jester, my lord, a fool that the Lady Olivia's father took much delight in. He is about the house.
Seek him out and play the tune the while. Come hither, boy. Such as I am, all true lovers are. How dost thou like this tune?
It gives a very echo to the seat your lovers sung.
My life upon, young though thou art, thine eye hath stayed upon some favour that it loves, hath it not, boy?
A little, by your favour.
What kind of woman is it?
Of your complexion.
She is not worth thee, then. What years of faith?
About your years, my lord.
Too old, by heaven. However, we do praise ourselves. Our fancies are more giddy and unfirm, more longing, wavering, sooner lost and worn than women's are.
I think it well, my lord.
Then let thy love be younger than thyself, for women are as roses, whose fair flower being once displayed doth fall that very hour.
And so they are. Alas, they are so, to die, even when they to perfection grow.
Oh, fellow, come. The song we had last night.
Are you ready, sir?
Aye, prithee, sing.
Come away, death in cypress, let me be laid. Fly away,
pleasures then.
Truly, sir, and pleasure will be paid one time or another.
Once more, Cesario, get thee to yon same sovereign cruelty.
But if she cannot love you, sir,
I cannot be so answered.
sooth, but you must. Say that some lady, as perhaps there is, hath for your love a great pang of heart that you have for Olivia. You cannot love her. You tell her so. Must she not then be answered?
There is no woman's sides can bide the beating of so strong a passion as love doth give my heart.
Aye, but I know.
What dost thou know?
Too well what love woman to men may owe. In faith they are as true of heart as we. My father had a daughter, loved a man. As it might be, perhaps, were I a woman, as should your lordship.
What's her history?
A blank, my lord, she never told her love, but let concealment, like a worm in the bud, feed at her damasked cheek. She sat like Patience on a monument, smiling at grief. Was this not love indeed?
But died thy sister for love, my boy?
I am all the daughters of my father's house, and all the brothers too, and yet I know not. Sir, shall I to this lady?
To her in haste. Give her this jewel. Say, my love can give no place. Bide no denay.
I'll come if I lose a scruple in this sport. Let me be boiled to death with melancholy.
How now, my metal of India?
Into the box tree. Malvolio is coming down this walk. He has been yonder in the sun practicing behavior to his own shadow this half hour. I know this letter will make a contemplative idiot out of him. Oh, here comes the trout that must be cool with tickling.
"'Tis for fortune. 'Tis all fortune. Ah! Maria once told me that she did affect me. Oh. Besides, she uses me with a more exalted respect than any of the others that follow her. What should I think on't?
Here's an overweening rogue.
Oh, peace! Contemplation makes a rare turkey cock of him. How he jets under his advanced plumes.
Slight, I could so beat the rogue.
Peace, I say.
To be Count Malvolio.
Ah, rogue.
Pistol him,
Toby.
pistol him.
Oh, peace. Now he's deeply in.
Shut up!
How imagination blows him.
Sir Toby, courtesies there to me, and I extend my hand thus, shaking his with an austere regard of control,
And does not Toby take you a blow on the lips then?
saying, Sir Toby, you must amend your drunkenness.
Out, scab!
Besides, you waste the treasure of your time with one most foolish knave.
That's me, I tell you.
One Sir Andrew Aguecheek.
I knew 'twas I, for many do call me a fool.
You, what employment have we here?
Oh, peace and the spirit of humor intimate reading aloud to him.
By my life, this is my lady's hand.
Achoo!
These be her very seize her, use her, tease. Oh, and thus she makes her great peace. 'Tis in contempt of question her hand.
Her Caesar using her teas? Why's that?
To the unknown beloved. 'Tis my lady, but to whom should it be? Jove knows I love, but who? Lips do not move. No man must know. I may command where I adore, but silence, like a Lucrece knife, with bloodless stroke my heart doth gore. M-O-A-I doth sway my life.
A fustian riddle.
Excellent way to say I.
M-O-A-I doth sway my life. Nay, but first, let me see. Malvolio! Why, thus begins my name!
Did not I say he would work it out? The cur is excellent at faults.
But then Malvolio, A should follow, but then O does.
And O shall end, I hope.
A, or I'll cudgel him and make him cryo.
M-O-A-I. Every one of those letters is in my name!
Yeah!
Soft. Here follows prose. If this fall into thy hand, revolve. In my stars I am above thee. But be not afraid of greatness. Some are born great. Oh, thank you. Some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them. Thrust? Oh, okay. Thy fates open their hands. She thus advises thee, but sighs for thee. Remember who commended thy yellow stockings, and wish to see thee ever cross-gartered. If not, let me see thee a steward still, a fellow of servants, not worthy to touch the fortune's fingers. Farewell, the fortunate unhappy. I will be proud. I will read politic authors. I will baffle Sir Toby. I will do everything I can. But this excites to reason that my lady loves me. Oh, and yet here is a postscript. Thou canst not choose but know who I am. If thou entertainest my love, I do. Let it appear in thy smiling. Thy smiles become thee well, therefore in my presence still smile. Dear my sweet lady, I prithee, I will smile, I will wear yellow cross-gartered stockings, I will do everything I can that thou wilt have me.
Wilt thou set thy foot on my neck?
Or on mine either.
Why hast thou put him in such a dream, where when the image of it leaves him, he must run mad?
If you shall see the fruit of the sport, mark his first approach before my lady. He will come to her in yellow stockings. 'Tis a colour she abhors, and cross-gartered. A fashion she detests. And he'll smile upon her. It is most unsuitable to her disposition, being addicted to a melancholy as she is. Sounds like a great plan indeed. Let's go!
To the gates of Tartar, most excellent devils of wit!
And I'll make one too.
Oh yeah, save thee, friend, in thy music. Dost thou live by thy tabor?
No, sir. I live by the church.
Art thou a churchman?
No such matter, sir. I live by the church, for I live in my house, and my house doth stand by the church.
So thou mayest say the king lies by a beggar if a beggar dwell near him.
You have said, sir, a sentence is but a glove to a good wit. How quickly the wrong side may be turned outwards.
I warrant thou art a merry fellow and carest for nothing.
No,
So, sir, I do care for something, but in my conscience, sir, I do not care for you. If that be to care for nothing, sir, I wouldn't make you invisible.
Art thou not the Lady Olivia's fool?
No, sir. The Lady Olivia has no folly. She will take no fool till she be married.
I saw thee late at the Count Orsino's.
I would be sorry, sir, but the fool must be as off with your master as with my mistress. I think I saw your wisdom there.
Nay, and thou pass upon me. I'll no more with thee. Hold. There's expenses for thee.
And by Jove, in his next commodity of hair, send thee a beard.
And by my troth, I'll tell thee, I am almost set for one. Though I'll not have a go on my chin. Is thy lady with him?
Save you, gentlemen.
And you, sir?
Du regard, monsieur.
Et vous aussi, votre serviteur?
I hope so you are, and I am yours.
Will you enter the house? My niece is desirous. You should enter.
Most excellent, accomplished lady, the heavens rain odors on you.
Take youth's a real courtier, rain odors well.
Let the garden doors be shut, and leave me to my hearing. Give me your hand, sir.
My duty, madam, and most humble service.
What is your name?
Cesario is your servant's name, fair princess.
You're a servant to the Count Orsino, you.
And he is yours, and his must needs be yours. Your servant's servant is your servant, madam.
By your leave, I bade you never again speak of him.
Dear lady, I...
Give me leave, I beseech you. I did send after that last enchantment you did hear, a ring in chase of you, and so I did abuse myself, my servant, and I fear me you. So let me hear you speak.
I pity you.
That is a degree to love.
No, very oft we pity enemies.
Be not afraid, good youth, I will not have you. And yet, when wit and youth has come to harvest, and thou is alike to reap, a proper man, there lies your way, due west.
Oh, you're nothing, madam, to my lord by me.
And stay, I prithee, tell me what thou thinkest of me.
That you think you are not what you are.
Well, if I think so, I think the same of you.
Then think you right, I am not what I am.
I would have you were as I would have you be.
Oh, would it be better, madam, than what I am? I wish it might, for now I am your fool.
Oh, what a deal of scorn looks so beautiful in the contempt and anger of his lip. Cesario, by the roses of spring, by maidhood, honour, truth, and everything, I love thee so that, maugre all thy pride, nor wit nor reason can my passions hide.
By my innocence I swear, and by my youth I have one heart, one bosom, and one truth that no woman has, nor never none shall mistress be of it save I alone. And so adieu, good madam. Nevermore will I my master's tears to you deplore.
And yet, come again, for thou mayst move that heart which now pours to like his love.
She did show favour in the youth, in your sight, only to exasperate you, to put fire in your heart and brimstone in your liver, and with some excellent jests, fire you from mint, you should have banged the youth into dumbness.
There is no love broker in the world that can match prevails in man's combination than the report of valor.
There is no way but this, Sir Andrew.
What are we gonna do? Our money?
Well, Sir Andrew, and if he were opened, and you would find so much blood in his liver as he would clog a foot of a flea. I like the rest of anatomy.
And his opposite, that youth bears in his visage no great presage of cruelty.
They both be wimps.
He's a yellow stocking! things!
And cross-gartered?
Most villainously, I can hardly forbear hurling things at him. I know my lady will strike him, and if she do, he'll smile and take it for great favor.
Come, bring us! Tell us where he is!
I would not, by my will, have troubled you, but since you make pleasure from your pains, I will no further chide you.
I could not stay behind you. My love more sharp than filed steel did spur me forth, and not all love to see you, a stranger in Illyria, unguided and unfriended, often meet rough and unhospitable entertainment.
My kind Antonia, I can no other answer make but thanks. What's to do? Shall we go see the relics of this town?
Would you pardon me? I do not without danger walk these streets. Once in a sea fight against the Count his galleys, I did some service of such note indeed, that were I ta'en here, it would scarce be answered.
Do not walk then too open.
It doth not fit me. Hold, sir. Here is my purse. At the south suburbs of the Elephant, it is best to lodge. And there you shall have me.
I'll be your purse bearer and leave you for an hour.
To the Elephant.
I do remember.
I have sent after him. He says he'll come. What shall I bestow of him? How shall I feast him? Oh, where is Malvolio? He is sad and civil, and suits well for a servant with my fortunes.
He's coming, madam, but in a very strange manner. He's sure possessed, madam.
Oh, why? What is the matter? Does he rave?
No, madam. He just does nothing but smile. Sure, the man is tainted in its wits.
Well, go call him hither. I be as mad as he, if sad and merry madness equal be. What ho, Malvolio! Oh!
Sweet lady. Ho! Ho!
Smilest thou? I sent for thee upon a sad occasion.
Sad lady. I could be sad.
Oh, man, what is the matter with thee?
Not black in my mind, though yellow in my stockings. I think we do remember thy sweet Roman hand.
Wilt thou go to bed, Malvolio?
To bed? Aye, lady, I'll come to thee.
God comfort thee.
What is the matter with thee? Why appear you with this ridiculous boldness before my lady?
Be not afraid of greatness. 'Twas well writ.
What meanest thou by that, Malvolio?
Some are born great. Some achieve greatness.
What sayest thou?
And some have greatness thrown on them.
Heavens restore thee.
Remember who commended thy yellow stockings.
My yellow stockings.
And wish to see thee ever cross-gartered.
Why, this very midsummer madness. Good Maria, let this fellow be looked to. Where is Sir Toby? Let some of my people have special care of him.
No worse man than Sir Toby to look to me. But this concurs directly with the letter. She sends him on purpose. Be opposite with the kinsman, surly with thy servants. Go hang yourselves all, you are idle shadow things!
Lo, how hollow the fiend speaks within him!
How now, mistress?
Oh, Lord! Gently, gently, the faintest ruffle will not be roughly used.
Get him to say his prayers, good Sir Toby. Get him to pray.
My prayers, minx.
No, I warrant you he will not hear of godliness.
You are not of my element, and you, Sir Toby, will hear more. Hereafter! Ha ha!
Nay, I pray you, pursue him now, lest the devising errant taint.
sort of believes that he's mad. But see.
More matter for May morning.
Here's the challenge. Read it. Warrant there's vinegar and pepper in it.
Give me. Youth whatsoever thou art but a scurvy fellow. Thou commendest to thy lady Olivia, and in my sight she useth thee kindly, but thou liest in thy throat, that thou is not the matter I challenge thee for. Amazing work. Thy friend that thou used him, and thy sworn enemy, Andrew Agushake. If this letter moves him not, his legs cannot. I'll give it to him.
Here, wear this jewel for me. 'Tis my picture. Refuse it not. It hath no tongue to vex you. And I beseech you, come again tomorrow. What shalt thou ask of me?
Nothing but this, your true love. For my master?
Well, come again tomorrow. Fare thee well. A fiend like thee might bear my soul to hell.
Save your graces.
And you, sir?
The defense thou hast betake thee to it, for thy Sicilians is quick, skillful, and deadly.
You mistake, sir. I'm sure no man hath any quarrel to me.
You'll find it otherwise, I assure you.
I pray you, what is he?
He is knight, but he's the very devil in private brawl. Souls and bodies he's divorced 3.
I have heard of some kind of men that put quarrels purposely on others to taste their valor. Belike this is a man of that quirk.
Sir, no. His indignation derives itself out of an injury. Therefore, get you on and give him his desires.
I would know what my offense to the knight is. Something of my negligence, nothing of my purpose.
I will do so.
I beseech you, what manner of man is he?
He is indeed, sir, the most bloody, skillful, and fatal opposite you could have possibly met in any part of Illyria.
Ah, no!
I man, he is the very devil. I have not seen such a farrago.
Pox on the middle with him.
Ay, but he will not be pacified. Mariah can scarce hold him yonder.
Let the matter slip, and I'll give him my horse, great Caplet.
I will do so. Stand here and give us a show. This shall not end with the perdition of souls.
Get off me!
I have his horse to take up to the quarrel. I've made him believe that he used the devil.
He's as horribly conceited of him, and pants, and looks pale, as if a bear were at his heels.
Hey! There's no remedy, sir. He will fight you for his oath's sake. He protests he will not hurt you, though.
Pray God defend me. A little thing would make me tell him how much I lack of a man. No!
Yeah!
Come on.
Fight!
Go, Sir Andrew.
Want a piece of this?
Run up, go.
Get him now!
Let's go.
Knock it down!
Oh,
Do it.
yeah.
Let's go. Throw a punch. Give ground if you see him furious. You can do it.
Get up! Yeah!
Get up, Sir.
Come on! Raise the noise! Right!
Come on, yeah.
Yeah!
Get up, Sir Andrew. Get up. Get up.
I'm gonna freaking kill you! Get off of me!
Stay! Oh, if this young man has done offense, I take the fault on me. If you offend him, I, for him, defy you.
Young madam, why? What are you?
One, sir, but for his love does yet do more than you have heard him brag to you. He will.
Nay, If you're an undertaker, I am for you!
Officer, halt! The officers are here! This is the man, do thy office.
Antonia, I arrest thee at the suit of Count Orsino.
You do mistake me, sir.
No, madam, no jot. We know your favour well.
Though now you wear no sea cap on your head.
This comes seeking you. Now my necessity makes me to ask you for my purse.
What's that to us?
Oh, I must entreat you of some of that money.
What money? For the fair kindness you have shown me here, I'll lend you something.
Will you defy me now? Is possible my desert so you can lack persuasion? Do not tempt my misery, lest I upbraid you with those kindness that I have done for you.
I know of none.
Oh, heavens themselves!
Come, madam, I pray you, go.
Oh, let me speak a little. This youth you see here, I'd snatched one half out of the jaws of death, and relieved with such sanctity of love.
What's that to us? The time goes by. Away!
Thou hast, Sebastian, done good features shame.
Sebastian?
In nature there's no blemish with the mind. None can be called to form but the unkind.
The woman grows mad. Away with her.
Lead me on!
That's Cesario.
She named Sebastian. Oh, prove true that I, dear brother, be now taken for you. Wait.
Slit, I'll after him again, and beat him.
Do come soundly, but never draw thy sword.
And I do not. I'll get you.
Will you make me believe that I am not sent for you?
Go to. Thou art a foolish fellow. Let me be clear of thee.
No, I do not know you, nor am I sent to you by my lady, to bid you come speak with her. No, your name is not Master Cesario, and no, this is not my nose neither. Nothing that is so is so.
I prithee, vent thy folly somewhere else. Thou knowest not me.
Vent thy folly. He has heard this word by some great man, and now applies it to a fool. Vent thy folly. What shall I vent to my lady? Shall I vent to her that thou art a coming?
I prithee, foolish Greek, depart from me. It's money for thee.
By my troth, sir, thou hast an open hand.
Ha! Ha! Now, sir, have I met you again?
What?
There's for thee!
Yeah!
Yeah! And there's for thee!
That's all the rules, guys.
What the hell?
And then
On the mat, you good.
no! Oh no!
And then he went off.
Are all the people mad?
This I will tell my lady. Right.
Come, sir, hold!
I have an action of battery against him, though I did strike him first. He is not mad for that.
Let go thy hand! Come, sir, I will not let you go! Come, young soldier!
I will be free from thee.
Hold, Toby! On my life I charge thee, hold!
Madam,
Will it ever be thus? Ungracious wretch, out of my sight! Be not offended, dear Cesario. Brisby, be gone. I prithee, gentle friend, come with me to my house, and hear thou there how many fruitless pranks this ruffian hath botched up, so that thou thereby mayest smilest at this. Thou shalt not choose, but go.
What relish is in this? How runs the stream? Or am I mad? Or else this is a dream.
Nay, come, I prithee. Would thou be ruled by me?
Madam, I will.
man that's notoriously wronged. Sir Tomas the curate, who comes to visit Malvolio the lunatic.
Good Sir Tomas, do not think I am mad. I am as well as my wits as any man in Illyria.
Madman thou erst, I say, there's no darkness but ignorance.
This house be as dark as ignorance, though ignorance be as dark as hell. I am as well in my wits as you are. Oh, make a trial of it, and any constant question.
What is the opinion of Pythagoras on Pfizer?
Oh, it implanted the mote in the body with the 5G to C. It changed God's recipe for the devil to enter.
It's an affront to my liberty.
I decide what goes into my body.
What is better than Shakespeare?
Mackie's chicken!
Fare thee well. Remain thou still in darkness.
Thou mightest have done this without thy beard and gown. He
I-
sees thee not.
I would, were we well rid of this knavery, for I am now so far in offense with my niece, that I cannot pursue any further of this sports to upshot. Come by and by to my chamber.
Sir Topas!
Hey,
Sir
Robin,
Topas!
Dolly, Robin, tell me how thy lady does.
Fool!
My lady is unkind, purdy.
Oh, fool!
Alas, why is she so?
Fool, I say!
She loves another who calls her.
Fool! As ever thou wilt deserve well by my hand, help me now to some light, a candle, some pen and some paper. As I am a gentleman, I will live to be thankful to thee for it.
Master Malvolio?
God, fool! I am as well in my wits as you are!
But as well, then you be mad indeed if you be no better in your wits than a fool.
Fool! I am as well in my wits as any man in Illyria.
Nay, I'll never believe a madman till I see his brains. I'll fetch thee light, ink, and paper.
How dost thou, my good fellow?
Truly, sir, the better for my foes and worse for my friends.
Just the contrary. The better for thy friends.
No, sir, the worse.
How can that be?
Marry, sir, they praise me and make an ass of me. Now by my foes I am told plainly that I'm an ass, and I profit in the knowledge of myself. And by my friends, I'm abused.
Why, this is excellent!
By my troth, sir, no. Though it please you to be one of my friends.
Thou shalt not be the worse for me. There's gold.
But as you say, sir, let your bounty take a nap, and I will wake it anon.
Here comes the woman so that to rescue me.
That face I do remember well.
Orsino, this is that Antonia that took the phoenix on her fraught from Candy and who did the tiger board where your nephew Titus lost his leg.
Here in the streets, desperate of shame and state, in private brabble we did apprehend her.
She did me kindness, so took my side, but in conclusion put strange speech upon me.
Notable pirate, thou saltwater thief, what foolish boldness hath brought thee to their mercies, whom thou in terms so bloody and so dear hath made thine enemies?
Orsino, noble sir, I confess on basic grounds enough Orsino's enemy. A witchcraft drew me hither, that most ingrateful boy there by your side. From the rude seas in rage and foamy mouth did I redeem. A wreck past hope he was. His life I gave him, and there to add my love, without retention or restraint, all his in dedication. And then he grew a 20 years removed thing, while one would wink, deny me my own purse, which I had not recommended to his use not half an hour before.
How
can this be?
When came he to this town?
Today, sir, and 3 months before. No interim, not a minute's vacancy. Both day and night do we keep company.
Here comes the Countess. Now, heaven walks on earth, but for thee, fellow, thy words are madness. 3 months this youth hath tended upon me.
What would my lord, but that he may not have, wherein Olivia may seem serviceable?
Still
Cesario, you do not keep promise with me.
so cruel.
Still so constant, lord.
What? To perverseness, you uncivil lady, to whose ingrate and unauspicious altars my soul, the faithfulest offerings, hath breathed out that devotion tended. What shall I do?
Even what it please my lord, that shall become him.
Why should I not? Had I the heart to do it? Kill what I love! No. A savage jealousy for this your minion, whom I know you love, and whom, by heaven, I swear I tender dearly. Him will I tear out of that cruel eye. I'll sacrifice the land that I do love to spite a raven's heart within a dove.
And I, most shocked and apt and willingly to do you rest, 1,000 this would die.
There goes Cesario.
After him I love, more than I love these eyes, more than my life, more by all more than ever I shall love wife.
Whither, my lord? Cesario! Husband, stay!
Husband!
Aye, can he that deny?
Her husband?
No, my lord, not I.
Fear not, Cesario. Take thy fortunes up, be that thou knowest thou art, then thou art as great as thou fearest. Oh, reverend, welcome, reverend. Tell me what thou dost know hath newly passed between this youth and me.
A contract of eternal bond of love, confirmed by mutual joinder of your hands, attested by the holy close of lips, strengthened by the interchangement of your rings. Since when my watch hath told me toward my grave, I have travelled but 2 hours.
Oh, thou dissembling cub! What wilt thou be when time hath sowed a grizzle on thy case? Farewell, and take her, but direct thy feet where thou and I henceforth may never meet.
No, my lord has to protect.
Oh, do not swear! Oh, little faith, though thou hast too much fear!
For the love of God, a surgeon! Send one presently to Sir Toby!
What's the matter?
He broke my head across and gave Sir Toby a bloody coxcomb.
Who has done this, Sir Andrew?
The Count's gentleman, one Cesario. We took him for a coward, but he's a very devil incarnate.
My gentleman Cesario!
Oh, it's lifelinks, there he is! You broke my head for nothing, and that I did, I was set on to do by Sir Toby.
Why do you speak to me? I never hurt you.
If a bloody coxcomb is hurt, then you've hurt me. I think you said nothing but it by a bloody coxcomb.
How now, gentlemen? How is with you?
That's all one. He hurt me, and that's the end on it. Sot! Did it see Dick Surgeon, sot?
Oh, he's drunk, said Toby. An hour agone. His eyes were set at 8 in the morning.
I hate a drunken rogue.
Away with him! Who hath made this havoc with them?
I'll help you, Sir Toby, and we'll be just together.
Will you help? An asshead, a coxcomb, a knave, a thin-faced knave, a gull.
Get him to bed and let his hurt be looked to.
I'm sorry, madam, I have hurt your kinsman. You throw a strange regard upon me, and by that I do perceive I have offended you. Pardon me, sweet one, even for the vows we made each other but so late ago.
One face, one voice, one habit, and Two persons! A natural perspective that is and is not.
Antonia! Oh, my dear Antonia, how the hours have racked and tortured me since I lost thee!
Sebastian, are you?
Fearest thou that, Antonia?
How have you made division of yourself?
Most wonderful.
Do I stand there? I never had a brother. What countryman, what parentage, what name?
Of Miseline, Sebastian was my father, such a Sebastian was my brother too, so went he suited to his watery tomb.
Were you a woman, as the rest goes even, I should let my tears fall upon your cheek and say, thrice welcome, drowned Viola!
My father had a mole upon his brow.
And so had mine.
And died that day when Viola from her birth had numbered 13 years.
Oh, that record is lively in my soul. He did indeed finish his mortal act the day that made my sister 13 years.
That I am Viola! To confirm, I bring you to a captain in this town where lies my maiden weeds, by whose gentle help I was preserved to serve this noble count.
So comes it, madam. You have been mistook. You are betrothed to both maid and man.
Be not amazed. Right noble is his blood. If this be so, as yet the glass seems true, I shall have share in this most happy wreck. Boy, thou hast said to me 1,000 times, woman never shouldst love woman like me.
And all those sayings will I overswear.
My lord.
Wait.
My lord. These things further thought on. To think me as well as a sister, as a wife, shall one day crown the alliance on it. So please you, at my house and at my proper cost.
Madame, I am most apt to embrace your offer. Your master quits you, and for your service done him, and since you called me master for so long, here is my hand. You shall from this time be your master's mistress!
Sister, you are she.
Lady, you have done me wrong! Notoriously wrong!
Have I, Malvolio?
No, lady, you have. I pray you peruse that letter and tell me, in modesty of honor, why you bade me such clear lights of favor, bade me come smiling and cross-guarded to you, and then suffered to have me imprisoned, locked in a dark house, and made the most notorious geck and gull that e'er intervention played on. Tell me why!
Alas, Malvolio, 'tis not my writing. Though, I confess, much like the character, out of question 'tis Mariah's hand. And now I do bethink me it was she who first told me thou wast mad. Oh, this practice hath most shrewdly passed upon thee.
Good madam, hear us speak, and let no quarrel, not no brawl, taint the condition of this present hour.
Which we have wondered at.
Most freely we did know. Marie and Toby sent this device against Malvolio here, upon some stubborn and uncourteous parts they conceived against him.
Mariah read the letter at Sir Toby's great importance. And remembers he hath married her.
Alas, poor fool, how have they baffled thee?
Why, some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrown upon them. I was once in this interlude, once a topaz, but that's all one. By the Lord, fool, I am not mad. But do you remember? Madam, why laugh you at such a barren rascal? And you smile not, he's gagged. And thus the whirligig of time brings his revenges.
I'll be revenged on the whole pack of you!
hath been most notoriously abused.
Pursue him and entreat him to a peace. Meantime, sweet sister, we will not part from hence. Cesario, come, for so you shall be while you are a man. But when in other habits you are seen, Orsino's mistress and his fancy's queen.
When I was a little tiny girl, with hey ho, the wind and the rain, a foolish thing was but a toy for the rain it raineth every day. But when I came to man's estate, with hey ho, the wind and the rain, gainst knaves and thieves, men shut their gates, for the rain it raineth every day. But when I came, alas, to wife, by swaggering I could never thrive. But when I came unto my beds, when tough spots still had drunken heads, a great while ago the world begun, with hey ho, the wind and the rain. But that's a one, and our play is done, and we'll strive to please you every day.
COVID and the school's protocols, so it was only put together in 4 weeks, and everyone that's worked on it has worked tremendously hard. So first things first, we'd like to thank the tech guys, as we call them. They've been here so early every day, setting up, taking everything back down. They've been working absolutely amazingly hard and live streaming the performance as well. And the next people we'd like to thank are the musicians who composed all of the music you heard tonight. All of the music you heard tonight, as well as the live piano playing, so we thank them so much for that. And working with the music department, but also working with our show, helping it just run smoothly, get together, and helping you guys sit here with us as well during COVID as well, which is amazing, is Miss Raby. She's running.
Yes,
absolutely wonderful people. Okay, and we had a new teacher this year who came into our show and was the first thing she saw from our school. May have started off a bit bumpy, but I think we came out on the other end okay with the time we had. So we'd like to thank Miss Player for giving us so many notes during rehearsals and being with there every day. And last, but definitely not least, he knows who he is. It's the man, the myth, the legend. It's Mr. DeGroot. He created the entire script over summer. He worked so hard in it. He treasures the word of Shakespeare, and we hope we have delivered for him. And we are proud to be his silly beggars, as he calls us.